Hi, it is Sarah with Yoga for Classrooms, and I am here today with a mindful moment that is really fun, and I think you're going to like it. This is called our Geyser activity. Geyser comes from our Loosen Up activity cards, which are meant to do just that, loosen us up and help us to get loose and get in a better mindset for the rest of the day. So Geyser's great because it's really good at releasing tension. Do you ever feel kind of tense, like maybe your shoulders are up in your ears and your eyes are kind of furrowing like that, and your brows are just showing that you just feel a little tense, or maybe you can't even see it on the outside, but you can feel it on the inside. You can just tell that you're frustrated and you just are having a hard time. You feel like you're going to explode. Well, if you're like me and you've ever felt like you're going to explode, then I think you're going to like this mindful moment because it is perfect for releasing tension, releasing negativity, maybe even releasing excess energy. If you're feeling like you just have too much energy in your body, then this activity is quick and easy, but it helps you get out all of that negativity, all of that extra energy, all of that tension in a safe and healthy way. And that's what we want to do here at Yoga for Classrooms. So let's do Geyser together. So in our Geyser posture, you're going to kind of see what we're going to do throughout this activity. We're going to start in our standing mountain. So go ahead and join me in standing mountain. Remember, in our standing mountain, our feet are just a little bit apart, not too far apart. I like to say about the amount of my fists apart, my 2 fists apart. They're pretty much just right under my hips. My shoulders are back, but I'm standing strong like a mountain. Remember, we don't want any spaghetti legs or arms when we're in mountain. We want to stand strong, all right? So that's an important part of Geyser as we get started. Now, remember, we said this is to release our tension. So I hope you feel that tension kind of starting to bubble up because we're going to get it out right now. All right. So we're going to start from our mountain. We're going to go ahead and bring our hands to our heart. And you might feel that tension bubbling up inside of you. You might even want to close your eyes as you imagine all of that anger and frustration and tension and negativity that you've been feeling is just bubbling inside your body, just trying to come out, right? Go ahead and imagine all of that. Notice what you're carrying. I always notice that I carry my frustration in my shoulders. So I'm going to go ahead and roll those out. Notice that it's there, sending it towards my hands as I'm about to push it out as we do our Geyser activity. So what we're going to do from here is we are going to take a really deep breath in, and then we're going to pause. So we're going to bring that breath in, and then we're going to hold it. And from there, we're going to forcefully, like a geyser, lift our arms to the air and at the same time lift our legs out. We're almost going to be making an X with our body, all right? Our arms are going to go out and our legs are going to go out at the same time. And as we do that, we'll make a really loud exhale. And it's okay if it makes noise. You can try to make noise like a geyser does, like that noise that a geyser makes when it goes off, all right? So join me in mountain. Bring our hands to our heart. And again, we're going to inhale, pause, hold that inhale, and then together, let's push it all out. Good. All right, let's try that again in case you missed it that time. We want to make sure we get it all together. So go ahead and come back, bringing your arms back down, back to heart center. Good. Breathe in. Feeling all that anger and frustration bubbling up, pause, and then letting it all go. Good. I like to hold my geyser up at the top for just a second as I feel the release of all that tension. And then slowly bringing my arms back down, making my way back to mountain, back to my hands at heart and noticing that I feel different. You might want to do this a couple more times. Usually, I like to explode my geyser 3 or 4 times. That's what makes me feel that release and just feel that tension going away and really cooling my inner geyser. I was going to tell you a couple things before we finish up today. Did you know that a geyser is a vent in the Earth's surface that periodically ejects a column of hot water and steam? I didn't know that. I just learned it at today. Old Faithful, one of the most popular and famous geysers, is in Yellowstone National Park in Wyoming, and it's definitely the world's best known geyser. It erupts every 60 to 90 minutes, pretty frequently, about every hour or hour and a half. And when it erupts, it blasts a few thousand gallons of boiling hot water between 100 and 200 feet in the air. So I encourage you, once you're done doing your geyser mindful moment, you should look up a video of Old Faithful erupting and really ejecting that water up into the air, because it is a sight to see. And just like Old Faithful needs to erupt every once in a while and let it all out, sometimes we need to as well. But like we said, we want to make sure we do it in a safe way and in a way that's good for our bodies and good for our minds and good for our hearts. And our geyser activity does just that. So if you want to do it again, I'm going to do it one more time as well. Remember, we start in that mountain, bring our hands to heart center, and go ahead and breathe in, pause, and then erupt your geyser, really letting it all go, letting that hot steam leave your body and leave your mind, making you feel calmer and ready for the rest of the day. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.